Okay, I have no tripod right now. No tapes are being done at this time. I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna move it to my brother's room. Maybe set it up some more, and then do some of that next task I have to do. And yeah, it's gonna be a simple day. Simple but good. Good is simple is good. Good is simple. While I set up, I want to talk about something. Oh my God, don't look at my legs. Jesus. I want to talk about the pressure to be on a timeline. Because it's kind of relevant right now. I see everyone, and I've done this, and I still do it sometimes, though I try my best not to. You put a timeline on yourself. You want these things done at this time, and it's a relevant topic right now in my life for multiple reasons. I think the main one is my expectations with my career and where I want to go. I think having things you want done at certain times is great. It makes you hold yourself accountable if you know you're not getting the work done, and it stops you from being complacent. And I think there are benefits that can come from having a timeline or a schedule for yourself and what you want done. But if there's one thing I've learned from constantly restarting, trying again, picking myself up, falling down, and repeating that whole cycle, things don't always happen when you want them to. And things will most likely not happen when you want them to. Usually, it takes a lot longer than you expect. Usually, your timeline doesn't really line up with reality and all the things that come in the way of you and the simple idea of moving forward, and you and the ability to be consistent, you and just thinking about yourself. There's a lot of factors that come in the way. A lot of people get themselves into relationships. Those relationships drive more and more priority in their life, and that's perfectly fine. But if you have a schedule for your career, that relationship can start to change that schedule. And the schedule doesn't become, I want this by so-and-so. It becomes, I'm just going to do it as best as I can. Or maybe you're family focused and you want to have a kid at this time. Maybe a job shakeup happens. Maybe someone in your family is having a major change in their life that you need to tend to. That schedule is going to change. I say this because the issue becomes people missing timelines and letting it eat at them, letting it destroy them and their perception of their reality and what they think or what they had hoped they'd look like at this point in time. I thought I'd be healthy for the rest of my life. At 21, I thought by 22, 23, I'd be healthy, in shape, and doing what I love for the rest of my life. But that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Things come in the way, you make wrong choices, and your health, your career, and your relationships fluctuate. There's nothing wrong with that. That is a normal thing that happens. It'll happen to you. It's happened to your parents. It happens to your friends. It happens to your heroes. It happens to everyone. You become so obsessed with this idea of what you need to have done at this time that when it doesn't happen, you let everything else fall apart. Yes, be obsessed with your schedule. Be obsessed with your pursuit of getting to that destination. Be obsessed, be hungry, be driven for that goal that you have set in your mind. But understand that in reality, it may take longer than you expect it to. It's not a reason to stop trying when it doesn't work out. It's not a reason to change your goals to be lesser and more conformative to whatever is happening in your life right now. It's not an excuse to do any of that. It is an obsessive pursuit. It is a lot of determination to get it done, but it's a lot of understanding as well that sometimes things just don't go your way. Don't set yourself up that you need to be somewhere at a certain time, and don't give up when it doesn't happen. Just focus on the pursuit. From all the frustrations and disappointments I've expressed to myself for having and pursuing a salaried 9-to-5 job, one thing that I'm forever grateful for from that opportunity is meeting all the people that I had the pleasure of meeting and becoming fond and good friends with. You learn very quickly that nobody's life is exactly the same. That you're all in the same room, but you got there all very, very differently. You're inspired by the stories they have to tell. You're inspired by the lives they live and they continue to choose to live. Because you realize there's no standard, there's no tradition, There's no pressure to live a certain way. There's no pressure to be a certain person or have something done by a certain time. All that pressure comes from your culture, your people around you, your parents, your friends, and what they've done in their lives and what they're continuing to do, and with them listening to their own family and the things they want from them and the expectations everyone else has set around them, and all of that forming your pressure within yourself. That's where your tradition or your timeline comes from. But when you're exposed to the rest of the world and you're exposed to all the other kind of people that are out there, when you walk outside of your little Italian bubble, you realize that it's such a small mindset and such a small group of people that are thinking that way. When you take the time to meet other people outside of your bubble, you realize there's only one thing everyone has in common: to walk through life, to do it happily.